All right. It is Friday, and you know what that means. It is time for Stop Being the Best Kept Secret. We're sitting here today, and we are going to be talking about SEO strategies for manufacturers and how you can capitalize on subject matter expert interviews. I'm your host, one of them, co-host, Damon Pistulka. That other guy right over there, that pretty gentleman, Curt Anderson. He's going to be taking it away. And we're going to be talking about how you as manufacturers can use subject matter expert interviews.
Damon, happy Friday. I think we lose a little credibility when you open up every week saying pretty. I've never in my 50, how old am I? But whatever, however old I am,
Yeah.
I've never been referred to that but anyway, thank you for the compliment. I feel very pretty today. You know, I feel I did my
just have
eyebrows.
to have some of those days.
I did my eyebrows today. So,
yeah.
All right, let's dive in, man. So we've got a lot to cover. We're going to go fast and furious.
Yep.
We're talking about SEO strategies for manufacturers. Damon, my dear friend, why is SEO? I don't know. When you hear with AI, we hear like, hey, SEO is dead. Is it dead? Is it not dead? I still think I think people are still Googling today, right? So SEO is still a critical cog in the wheel to stop being the best kept secret. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think you're optimizing for the search engines, but the search engines are now using AI to help. I mean, it's one and the same, really. And as you look at it, it comes back to the old eats. You got to have the Google love, or they're not going to show up.
Google love, right? That's right. Google love. And so what Damon's referring to, I love when you say that. Google love. Google Eats is experience, expertise, authority, and trust, right? Experience, expertise, authority, and trust. And so, as you're doing your own searches, right? Start experimenting. If you're on AI, do a search on AI. Try to get inside the mind of your ideal buyer, that customer. Are they searching on ChatGPT? Are they searching on Claude? Are they still using Google? Are they using Google's AI? Pilot, whatever tool that they might be using. Man, and just keep asking hey, how did you find us? How do you do your searching? How do you find your products? How do you find your suppliers? How do you find, your favorite lunch spot, right? Whatever it might be, is ask, right? I think that's good advice, right? Let's ask.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Okay. So let's dive in. Why are, for our SEO strategies for manufacturers, capitalizing on SME subject matter expert interviews, it fits Google Eats because what did we say, Dan? Experience, expertise, authority, and trust. Well, when you interview your internal subject matter expert, it's a great way to get content out there. Is it not?
Yes. Well, especially, I mean, the subject matter experts have these usually years of experience. They've answered thousands of questions of your ideal customers. And there is no better way than to talk to them about those customers and answer them for your potential new customers.
Right. Exactly. So the thing is, we walk through a process with our clients. As a matter of fact, Damon, you know what? I'm gonna share a couple of things real quick here.
Yes.
So
yes.
Let's go here. So let's, awesome. Hey, for a shameless plug, you and I, man, who thought like two dudes at our stage in the game would be creating a little software tool, right? So we're creating a little software tool for our friends out there, our clients. And so let's take a look at it. And you guys can see my screen, little digital game plan. It's the B2BTail digital game plan. And so what we'd like to do is we go down these steps here is when you focus on what you're absolutely best at, what are your core strengths, okay? So this column here, Damon, why is it, being a little Captain Obvious, why is it so important for us to be laser focused on our core strengths?
Well, in business, we can work on our strengths and get better at those. Those are the things that our customers really care about. That's why we should be talking about them.
Exactly. So when you laser focus on what you do best, then you think about, okay, well, who do we do these? So who are we serving? What do our solutions really hit the ball out of the park with? Who? What does that look like? Who is it? That type of thing, right? And as we dive in, then we're thinking, okay, what is the problem that they have, and what questions are they asking? So I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna jump over here. I'm gonna share this tab. So we like to call them like, hey, what are our ridiculously important soulmate questions, right? What are the questions that our ideal customer is asking, right? So the thing is, like, so in our case, like, how do we stop being the best kept secret? So got a few questions here, So here's a great question. How much should and I got the right screen up, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I got the right screen. And okay, how much should a small manufacturer spend on marketing? Gosh, that's a great question right there. Why isn't my website bringing in any leads? Do I really need SEO if I already have repeat customers? So the thing is, like, going down this line here, hey, what's a simple marketing plan for a food manufacturer? What's the ROI for a listing in a B2B food marketing directory? So these are a number of questions that, like, we might be facing with our ideal clients. And so the goal is, if they're asking them, right? And Damon, what's one of your favorite books of all time for marketing?
Stop
They,
being the best kept secret.
well, of course, thank you, Damon. My mom thanks you for that one. They ask, you answer, right?
They
They
ask
ask, you
you. Yep.
answer. And
Yep.
why do I know, like, you just absolutely love that book? Why is that book such a great guide and a great source for AI marketing strategies?
It simplifies your marketing strategy, but it aligns with AI, because AI wants to answer your customers' questions, give them answers, not just show them where you might be able to find the answer. And so if you're writing content that specifically answers the questions that your customer asks, what's it cost? How do I do it? What's the benefits? What are the disadvantages? What do I have to be prepared for? How long does it take? All these kind of things that you can answer, or what are you really, 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 really good at, so that they can zone in and find, hey, I'm the person that can do exactly what they need. That's why it's so important.
Yep, exactly. So let's say here, again, coming back to a couple examples, hey, why am I not getting leads on my website? Down here, should I invest in SEO for my co-packing business? So again, if in our case, like, we're targeting manufacturers, we're working with wonderful, amazing, incredible small manufacturers on their digital marketing strategies, right? Whether it's SEO or digital marketing, kind of figuring out this whole AI thing. So the thing is, like, what we want to do is, like, we put an enormous amount of content out on our website, right? Tons of blogs, tons. And what it is, it's like, we're taking these questions that we feel that those ideal customers are asking, and just getting those answers out there. Now, we've done this a number of ways. Hey, we've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing it for 30 years. I've never referred to myself as an expert, but very passionate about trying to help folks. So we get a lot of information here from our live show. We bring in tons. My goodness, we've had hundreds of subject matter experts that we bring here on our live show. Damon, you have a live show that you also do on Tuesdays. How important has it been for you to kind of, like, align with these other subject matter experts to get this information out there?
Well, it's so important to be able to give your soulmate potential customers great information that can help them make informed decisions, whether they find you or somebody else. It always helps. And if you can become that source of information, that's where people come to find answers.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the thing is, let's just take a little gander at, so again, just to show, we try to practice what we preach. So we do a lot of SEO training with small manufacturers. So again, we're putting out all sorts of content. We're putting out blogs. We're doing our live stream here. We do videos on YouTube, so all sorts of information that we think, so like here, structured data, the secret weapon for manufacturing SEO success. Come down here, critical technical SEO fixes that transform manufacturing website performance. This is absolutely a question or something that one of our soulmates would be asking, correct?
Yep, those are, and helping them find those answers is the first step in creating relationships.
Exactly. So now the thing is, you and I never want to be the smartest guy in the room. I'm very rarely ever the smartest guy in the room, or at all. Even when I'm sitting in the room with my new puppy, I'm still not the smartest guy in the room. But, like, for example, last week we had the privilege of interviewing a couple wonderful dudes, Rob and our dear friend Wilton. And so they were enlightening us on some AI marketing strategies. So again, let's unpack a couple strategies for our friends out there that are listening. Figure out, like, okay, here's our core strengths. This is what we do best. Think about who's that ideal customer, that ICP, that ideal customer profile. We call them soulmates, right?
Yep.
What problem do they have? What struggles are they facing today? What are they asking? Where are they going? Are they going to social media? Are they going to LinkedIn? Are they going to YouTube? Are they going to Google? Are they going to AI chat? Where are they going? How can we meet them there? And how can we be that trusted resource? And Damon, we can start winding down here as far as little tagline for our friends out there: out teach the competition. How do you out teach the
Yeah.
competition.
Yep. And that's just the more you can help anyone in your industry make informed decisions, the better off you're going to be. I just think it's so nice in marketing when companies take the time to really explain things well. So someone that sees their website, someone that reads their content can really decide, hey, is this company doing something that really is important to me that I want to learn more about, and then be able to learn more about it and go, yes, they are, or no, they're not, and make that decision before they reach out to go, hey, let's talk about it.
Right.
Because that's what buyers want to be able to do now. They want to be able to get all the way to the point that I think you can help me. And then they want to talk. They don't want to call you up and go, hey, do you think, do you do this? Do you blah, blah, blah? That's 30 years ago, right?
Right.
We can't do that anymore. We have to be able to let those people understand enough by reading our digital media, whatever it's going to be, the website, the blog posts, the social posts, to get to that point that they say, I'm pretty comfortable that you could help. Let's talk.
Right. Absolutely. 100%. Drop the mic, my friend. Great answer. Great response. So kind of recap again, get those, that ideal customer, figure out what questions they're asking. If you don't know the answer, get somebody on your team, interview them, ask them those questions, or, start taking that, and, we'll save that for another session of going through that step-by-step of how you actually create the SME interview. But, think about that subject matter expert interview. What do you got to add?
That's why the subject matter expert interviews work so well, is they can answer those questions and you have wonderful content to provide.
That's right. So great. And I have great grammar. What do you got to add? How'd you like that one?
Yeah.
So anyway, hey, we've got a couple comments here.
Yeah, we do. I want to say we've got James. Thanks for being here today, James.
James, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. We got Sima, productive discussion. Thanks for being here today. And we got Terry. Brilliant. Thank you. Terry, glad we could be out here today. And thanks everyone for listening today.
Absolutely. So guys, love to connect with you on LinkedIn, connect with Damon, connect with myself. Love to hear what you have going on and see what's happening in your world. Anything that you want to add, man, it's like iron sharpens iron. We welcome any ideas, how you're closing deals or how you're getting customers, and just, hey, we're all stronger together. We have a wonderful community here. So Terry's got another comment.
Got it. It says, research your customer better than your competition and win. That is true, Terry.
Hey,
you know what really makes a difference? You will win.
You know what I'm rereading right now, Damon, for probably the 8th time, is How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I'm telling you, man, if you haven't read it, man, just make that an absolutely top priority. If you've read it, half a dozen times, maybe it's another opportunity to freshen up. It was written in the 1930s.
Timeless. It makes me like
his strategies from the 1930s, nearly 100 years ago, it's all about human behavior, creating those wonderful relationships. So again, thank you guys. Appreciate you joining us today. Again, keep going out there, crushing it. We appreciate you. And we're going to be back here on Monday. God bless you and have a good weekend.
Yes. Thanks everyone for being here today. If you got in late, you want to go back to the beginning and start and come through and listen why we are talking about SEO strategies for manufacturers and how you can capitalize on subject matter expert interviews. Whoa, was that a mouthful? Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your week.